Yeah, everybody, Mr. Under here again, and today I'm going to be bringing you a Pokemon that I got recently in a trade, and I immediately knew I had to power it up and run it. It's a functionally perfect Gastly at best buddy boost at max level. There's no difference between a 14 and 15 HP IV Gastly. You still have I think it's the 52 H points. And I paired up with a Medicham on lead and a Lanoon as a safe swap. I play kind of shitty in these, I'm going to be honest. But I was able to go positive, and that's probably because I'm in like the low 2000s ELO for these battles. But I did 10 battles. I'm going to show you all 10 battles. I'm pretty happy that I was able to get wins with the Gastly. I don't think it's very good at all. I don't recommend it. It's got Lick and Sucker Punches. It's two fast moves that are viable. It also has Astonish. It has no good Ghost Charge moves. It's got Nightshade, and then Ominous Wind is a TM move. It doesn't get Shadow Ball or Shadow Punch. So I'm running Lick, Dark Pulse, and Sludge Bomb. Medicham and Lanoon is just a good core. I like running those two together. They cover each other very well. And Lanoon, since no one really runs it, no one really knows that it can one-shot a Swampert with Grass Knot, and then they bring in, oh, I'll bring in my Talonflame, and then they get dunked on by Thunder. So, so without further ado, let's get to these battles. Let's see how bad Gastly is. Enjoy. Alrighty, so we're going to have Medicham on lead. I love running Medicham on lead. It can threaten a lot of things. Swampert is kind of a trouble matchup, though. You've got to shield something, or else you're not going to be able to take it out. As you can see here, they get to the Hydro Cannon before I get to the Psychic. And normally I like to run Dynamic Punch on Medicham over Ice Punch, but I think with this team's Ice Punch will work a little bit better. Gonna throw the Psychic, and I don't think they shield this. Yeah, they don't shield it. So they're going to bring in a Talonflame. I'm going to farm up to the Psychic, throw it, and I bet they shield this one because I threw the Psychic the first time. Why wouldn't I throw it the second time? And then they swap out into Deoxys. So I'm going to bring in Medicham, throw the Ice Punch, and then immediately swap into Gastly because I wanted to see it. This is my first battle with this team. I wanted to see the Lick damage do stuff to Deoxys. And it does. I had to shield the Rock Slide because that would have taken out Gastly, and unfortunately I'm not able to shield this because I used my first shield on the Medicham in the beginning. So unfortunately, Gastly was not able to do anything. They're going to get the Flame Charge off here. They honestly could have Brave Birded, but unfortunately I was not able to win my first match with Gastly. It's so fragile. It's got 1153 CP. That is atrocious. So we got Venusaur on lead in this next match here. Gonna just start spamming out Ice Punch after Ice Punch. Gonna take this Versed Frenzy Plant. And do they shield it? I think they shield this Ice Punch here. Yeah, they shield that. And then I'm gonna start throwing, and I'm going to try and catch a Frenzy Plant on the Lanoon. They don't throw immediately, expecting a catch, I'm guessing. And then they swap into a Claydol, and I'm glad I see this Claydol now, because Confusions and Mud Slaps would absolutely ruin Gastly's day. I will have to take one Confusion here as they lick down, and Jesus, that did like a quarter. So they bring in a Stunfisk, and this actually isn't that bad. I can throw the Dark Pulse here and do a good amount of damage. I wish Gastly had Shadow Ball, because that probably would have KO'd. And I'm just going to start shielding these Mud Bombs. And then shield this, and then I think they throw the Venusaur. Yeah, so I'm able to get to the Sludge Bomb here, and I realize I'm one counter away from Medicham hitting Ice Punch. I bring it out, throw the counter, get to the Ice Punch, but they are able to beat me, unfortunately. So unfortunately, wouldn't lose my second game, but it does turn around. I promise you this, it does turn around. So, on to this third match here, and we've got Medicham up against Azumarill. Not a good lead. I'm going to switch into Lanoon immediately and build up. They throw a Scrafty here. I'm going to do the Grass Knot, and you may think this is a bad matchup, but Grass Knot does a good amount, and I'm able to get pretty low with the Shadow Claw there to second Grass Knot range. So I am able to get this second Grass Knot off. And they don't shield. We have a simultaneous KO. and I'm trying to decide what I do. They bring in their Zoom roll here, I think, yeah. And then I bring in my Gastly. So I'm just gonna try and lick down this Azumarill. They throw the Play Rough, they bring in a Rangaroo. I wish I was able to throw the Dark Pulse, but Sludge Bomb still does a ridiculous amount. I'm going to start just farming up counters after counters, start building up Ice Punch, getting energy. They throw the Psychic, does a good amount. I'm going to throw the Ice Punch here. And I think they shield this. No, they don't. I'm going to throw the Ice Punch again. This one they shield. I remember this. This one they shield. And then they think I only have Ice Punch. I'm able to get to the Psychic and able to knock out this Azumarill because they do not suspect the Psychic. So able to win that one through some trickery with baiting. And we've got Pelipper. Not a good lead here. Going to switch to Linoon. They bring in a Poliwrath, and Grass-Knot's going to do some damage, but they shield. And I'm going to let whatever they throw through, and this is a Scald, and they get the attack debuff. And I'm going to build up to the Thunder. I'm going to shield this because I kind of have to, unfortunately. But able to throw the Thunder Punch here, and get the second shield. Pretty freaking awesome, and I'm able to get to the to another Grass Knot. I love Linoon. Linoon carries in some of these matches. They bring in a Stunfisk, and this is excellent for me. I'm able to get off a Grass Knot, even though it won't do that much. It'll still do a decent amount. Gonna be able to bring in the Medicham. I'm going to tank this Earthquake because Medicham can just tank things. They bring in back the Pelipper, and I'm going to try and lick down, but unfortunately, Gastly is so fragile that it lets Medicham get to an Ice Punch here, and I'm able to take out the Pelipper. And the Stunfisk is pretty low. They're gonna... I don't think... They wouldn't be able to get to a Earthquake before I get to a Ice Punch, so they're forced to fill the Rock Slide, and Medicham can save the game. Medicham and Linoon carry the game. Unfortunately, Gastly did nothing there. So, on to the fifth batch of this final match of this set here. And we are going to have Medicham up against Skarmory. Definitely not a good lead. I'm going to safe swap into Linoon. And I think they build up to the Brave Bird. No, okay, they don't build up to the Brave Bird. I'm gonna throw the Thunder and get that. Yeah, I think they throw the Sky Attack here, and I'm able to Shadow Claw down. No, okay, I was thinking of a different match. Sorry. They bring in the a Shadow Victory Bell, and I'm gonna throw the Grass Knot, get the shield, and then I'm going to bring in Gastly and lick all the way down on this Victory Bell. You can see that did a lot of damage. I'm gonna shield this. And it was an Acid Spray. They baited me. Simultaneous KO. Able to counter down with Medicham, and they have a Bastion on the back. And y'all know how this. You guys know how this goes. Throw the Ice Punch. They call the bait, but there's not really much they can do. They throw the Stone Edge. Could have thrown the Flamethrower, but I don't think that would have. Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered. Able to win that set with a positive number there, 3-10. 3-2, and then so on to the next set here. Wigglytuff, not a good lead. Do not like to see it. Wigglytuff is a nightmare Pokemon for this team to deal with. Going to bring out the Linoon, throw the Grass Knot, accidentally let a Charm through. They shield, but I am able to get to another Grass Knot. Oh no, I'm able to get to the Thunder, so that does a little bit more damage. Do a good amount, and then I'm going to bring in Medicham to counter down because Gastly does not want to see this either. So I am able to counter down and leave without half health. They've got a Venusaur. I'm going to just throw the Psychic and see what I can do here. They shield it, and I'm going to bring in Gastly and shield whatever they throw. They've got Diggersby. Let's see how much this Dark Pulse does. It honestly does a pretty good amount. That's pretty impressive. Diggersby is pretty bulky. But Fire Punch takes me out. And I'm going to call the Fire Punch bait here. Get it, and then I'm going to counter down. No, I have to shield here, but I am able to get to the Psychic, but I think Venusaur beats Medicham in a CMB. Oh, but they hot swap in. They immediately swap in. able to Psychic down and clutch that game because of Medicham again. So on the second match of the second set, Granbull, don't like to see it. No, sir. So I'm going to bring in Lanoon and throw the Grass Knot here. This is definitely going to get a shield. Shadow Granbull's always shield. And then I'm going to bring in my Gastly after this. Going to wait out my switch. Oh, I thought I waited up the switch clock there. Shield this because it's clearly going to be a crunch, and that would do a lot of damage. Even a close combat probably would have killed Gastly. They bring in a Swampert, and I'm going to throw the Dark Pulse, and this is definitely going to get a shield because they saw how much the lick damage did. I'm going to bring in Medicham, and I don't think I'm able to win this one. Just going to shield this up, and they're going to throw another Hydro Cannon after this. But I don't think I'm able to win this match. Yeah, though they have a Frost Breath Lapras. Psychic does not KO. If I had Dynamic Punch there, I probably could have clutched this out. But unfortunately, that's just how it goes sometimes. Alright, so on to the third match of the second set here. And we got, going up against Milk Squad, Wishcash on lead. Gonna hot swap to my Lanoon. And do they know about the Grass Knot? I like to swap into Lanoon so recklessly because it generally scares out either like a Talonflame because they see a normal type, and then so they bring in a Alolan Ninetales here, able to land that Grass Knot on the Wishcash, and I'm gonna throw the Thunder here. See if they shield. They shield. So doing pretty good. I'm able to get to the Grass Knot again. I'm gonna throw this and Linoon gets shields. Linoon is just a bully. I'm going to bring in my Gastly and try to do as much lick damage as possible. I'm going to double shield send it because, you know, what else do you do with a Gastly? Lick farm up. I'm going to throw the last second Sludge Bomb here and take out this Ampharos. Very, very excessive amount of damage there. They throw the Weather Ball. I bet they were worried. Although Ninetales would not have won CMP. At this point, I think I lost count, and I was going to try and catch on the Lanoon. Wasn't able to catch this Weather Ball, but they don't have Dazzling Gleam. Thankfully, if they had Dazzling Gleam, this match would have been over. They have Psyshock, so able to clutch this one out because Medicham is just a good Pokemon, and for just the fun of it, throw out Lanoon, get that last Shadow Claw in. On second to last match here, we've got Marowak on lead. Don't like to see it. It's Fire Spin Marowak though. That's good. So they bring in their Skarmory, and they don't know about the Thunder. So massive damage, and I'm going to Shadow Claw down. And this one is the Sky Attack. So I'm going to tank that and try and farm down before. And yes, able to get there. Throw the Grass Knot. Should have thrown the Thunder. That would have done more damage, but oh well. Gonna bring in Medicham here and going to start throwing the counters and build up to Ice Punches and start throwing those. And probably gonna get a shield here. No, I don't get a shield. I'm able to counter down, and I'm going to immediately switch to Gastly. I have shields. I do fast move damage. I'm going to shield every single Bone Club they throw and figure out how many licks it takes to get to the center of the little Marowak. I wasn't counting there. You guys can go back and count. I'm not going to count. So on to the last match here. We got Medicham up against Bastiodon. Mwah, love to see it. Hate you, big old stone face. And we've got Gastly onto the Medicham. I'm going to full-on double shield anything they throw. Because I want Gastly to shine here. I want to see a Medicham get entirely licked down by a Gastly. I don't care if I lose this set, or if I lose this match. I need to make a statement against this Medicham. They bring in the Sableye, so I'm just going to throw the back Dark Pulse, and they're going to shield both Dark Pulses because that would do a lot of damage to this Sableye. I don't run Calcs, but I'm willing to bet a good amount of damage. So we've got Lanoon in the back here, and Lanoon does pretty good against Sableye. They bring in back their Bastiodon, and I'm just going to start throwing the counters. And building up to Ice Punches. I throw the Ice Punch here because, you know, I'm already at 100 energy. Why not? I'll get back up to another Ice Punch. But I think they forfeit here in a second. No, I think that, yeah, they stick out. They get to the Foul Play, and that's probably going to take, yeah. But I'm able to get to the Thunder and take out this Sableye. And with that, that's a good game for this trainer. So what are my thoughts about Gastly? If you're gonna build a Hundo Gengar, go ahead and build the Gastly and run it anyway if you really want to. But I don't recommend Gastly. It gets to 1,406 CP at max IVs. And this one is a functional Hundo. You saw how bad it did. I will be eventually TMing this over to Sucker Punch, which is an elite TM. And I eagerly look forward to running this in the Kanto Cup. And I will probably, after I get to run it in the Kanto Cup once, I will probably eventually evolve it into a Gengar for raids and, you know, maybe Master League. I'm willing to bet that Shadow or Mega Gengar in the Master League can do some pretty good work. With Shadow Claw, Shadow Ball, and maybe Focus Blast, Psychic. We'll see. But that's going to be it for these battles. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you when I see you. I don't know when I'm going to upload again next. I am working on some Ultra League Spice. I'm working on some other Spice. So you'll see. Hopefully I can get the XLs. I need 60 more, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get the 60 more, but I'll probably just run it anyway. It's pretty close to perfect. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye!